You're live.
All right, guys, how you doing? You are tuned in to Stay Fishy Friday with Ohio Fish Rescue. How's everyone doing?
And fun time with the Ohio Fish Rescue because Tracy's here. Okay. Get off me, woman.
Turn your volume down. There you go. All right, I fixed it, everyone. Oh, we got Matt's Monster Fish here.
Oh, Matt's here?
Yes, sir. We've got Joe Rockwell here.
Hi, Matt. Hi, Joe. Thank you for moderating, brothers. Matt, I haven't seen no videos from you lately. What's up?
What's going on, man? Are we ever going to get a new video?
Even a video about Joe. It's cool. I don't ask you about your personal life.
All righty. Let's start getting these questions flowing in, people. I know you guys are dying.
Okay, now this morning we went down to Parker Pond, 2-hour drive away. I went there, had my trailer, had my tubs. I was ready to save all the fish that the city's filling in the pond. We got there and we had a problem. We couldn't get through the gate for one. Nobody was there. Two, when we did get through the gate and we went back to the pond where they'd been filling it in, it was so wet and muddy, we could not make it to the dock of the pond. And my buddy that was there, the Cleveland Metro Parks guy that helps us out, he had a 4-wheel drive truck and could not get through this slick mud. So we had to turn around and come home. We saved no fish today, but the effort was there. 2-hour drive there, 2-hour drive back, and the rental of everything. And, you know, we did what we could. But when we came home, we found that the 125 had leaked. 110 had leaked all over the ground. So that's going to be our next video of us fixing that, repairing it. Or when I say us, I mean Josh. Love you, buddy.
I'm sorry. I rescued a fish today. I rescued a tiger shovelnose.
You did. I remember
Yes,
that.
I did.
The most messed up looking tiger shovelnose I've ever. He looks like a Norway whale.
He's trying to pronounce narwhal.
Narwhal.
But he is
Narwhal
a
whale.
very deformed shovel nose. He's a little bit more unique than Smash Mouth, if you guys know who we're talking about. He is pretty beat up, but nonetheless, he's here, and he's in a loving family.
Now he'll get fed, but his whole head comes out like he's missing the spike in the front to be a narwhal whale, right?
Narwhal.
Narwhal.
It's not a whale.
What is it?
I don't know.
It's narwhal.
A porpoise, maybe? It's not a whale.
It's a narwhal whale is what it's
Whatever,
called.
it's besides the point. It's not a whale.
Your phone is not a phone, son.
Okay.
It's a communication device.
Someone's asking, I wonder who did that hack job. I don't know. He likes to call himself my friend, but he did a pretty bad job with that one.
Oh, the 110, yeah.
Chris Biggs said narwhal. LOL.
That's it, narwhal.
That's what I said.
Love you, Chris. You the man, brother.
I just said
It's just missing that spike, but it's a tiger shovel nose, and it comes out to a round head with the bottom lip coming out. And I swear it looks just like a narwhal whale. And it's just missing the spike. I want to glue one on because he looks magical.
Matt said, hi, Mikey, kissy face.
Hi, Matt.
Ted Shelty sent out a marriage proposal to Tracy. No, he said go, Tracy.
Thank you. Hi, Ted.
Tonight's topic, just narwhals. Please
Stop
save
it.
me from this. Alrighty. Let's see here.
Getting a ton of questions coming in.
Hey, we do have Joe Rockwell on the phone live here. Say hi, Joe.
Hi, Rich. Hi, Josh.
Can you guys hear him at all?
Yes, can you?
Someone's asking if we have any fish to adopt. Right now we have 3 Pacu ranging from 8 to 24 inch. We have some Pleco. There's 5 of them from 3 to 10 inch.
Some
We
iridescent
have,
sharks.
if you have a monster pond, we have two 28 inch iridescent sharks. We have,
Tiger
what is
shovel
that?
nose.
A tiger shovel nose. He's about 14 inch. And then we have 5 Oscars or so from 3 to 12 inch.
Hey, Mikey.
It's a whole-
You're here. Hey, Mikey.
Hi, Dad.
Does Josh have any shirts with sleeves? Yes, I do.
No,
But
he
I'll
don't. No.
He did, but he cut them all off.
He lost them when he went down to racing in Memphis. He lost all of his sleeves.
All right, let's get back to the fish questions. All right, I'm sorry, Joe.
Bye, Joe.
That was getting real annoying over here on this end. I'm sorry, Joe. All right. Are there any saltwater tanks or just freshwater? We only have freshwater tanks here.
No,
but I
no.
do.
Yeah, go ahead. Go
You
ahead.
want me to talk?
Go ahead.
I do have a saltwater guy who does rehome all of our saltwater fish. So coming up here soon as he gets his lagoon built and his tanks operational, he will be taking in a lot more saltwater fish, and we will be advertising it. But he's doing a massive shark lagoon, and he will be able to take just about anything and everything until we're able to find them new homes.
On any of the saltwater, we still don't say no to no fish, but we preset them up with a few people that we know that have large saltwater setups. So when we get them, we just take them over, and we're the middle guys. We don't pass on any fish. So just I'll let you guys know.
Alrighty, can Pacu live in the cold? No, Pacu cannot live in the cold. There is a certain temperature that if they get under, they will die.
I think it's 58 to 60.
Yeah, I would say right around there.
People release them into like Lake Erie, and during the summertime, people catch them, and they're like, "Oh my God, this is a fish mutation, and it's got people teeth in it." It's just a pacu. Somebody released. The problem is, come wintertime, the water gets down to 36 degrees, and the whole top layer is frozen. The bottom layer, where the fish live, pacus cannot live in that, and they die. So if you release it into our waters here, you are sentencing your fish to death. Call us. We will find it a home in a public aquarium. And, you know, it's just so much better. You can actually get in trouble for releasing them into the natural waters.
Do you think you could keep 2 MBU puffers together in the same tank? Yes, you can. You can actually keep multiple
Several,
in a tank
yeah.
together. That they are not hostile versus each other, but they will be hostile if they can either bite it. So someone asked about pea puffers. If you put a pea puffer in there, the big MBU will most likely come up and eat the pea puffer. So I would advise against that, but nonetheless, you can keep 2 MBU puffers in the same tank.
MBU puffers are more of a community tank fish, and they won't mess with other fish, even smaller fish.
But they will fin net.
If they're hungry, they will kill a fish. When they go to bite a fish and it bites the top of another fish, that tooth will go all the way through the meat, through the brain, and out the other side. So if it comes to fin nipping, they will kill the fish.
So
Keep them fed if you're going to have them in a community tank. Lots and lots of clams. I've seen lots of people get away with it and do it for years. I had ours here, and he what did he did he kill something? He bit something.
we've made the mistake of keeping MBU puffers in with certain things over our 20 plus year experience. And yes, MBU puffers have killed fish in the past. Lots of them. Just don't do it. Be smart. Put them in the right tank. Learn
That's
from
good
our
advice.
mistakes. You never actually know when a puffer will go after a fish. It's sometimes random. Sometimes he's hungry. Sometimes this. Sometimes that. If you don't want the fish to die, don't put him in with the puffer. Simple as that. Alrighty. So we got Mr. B on the chat now. What's up, buddy? Thanks for joining. Thanks for moderating. What's the minimum tank size for a Hamburgus Wiki?
Yeah.
I would say at least a 180 because they do get big and mean.
Well, wait, now
but full grown, you would have to do probably 1,000 gallon.
Yes. They do grow slowly. So we have one right now in a 75, but he's smaller. You can get away with that for a couple years, then move them up, and then move them up again, all that. But if you're buying a Humbargus Wiki and you want the end result, you want nothing less than, I'd say, a 180, 220 because they get bigger, 30 inches, and you have to keep them alone. They will kill anything they're in with. And including if you go to put your rag inside to clean the algae off the front of the back side of the glass, they will attack your hand. They will attack your rag. They're not territorial, or I'm sorry, they're not going after other fish in their area. They're territorial. In other words, get out of my space.
So let me clarify something. The Humbargus Wiki is the Asian redtail's big bad cousin. They get bigger. He said 30 inches, but in the wild they can get much, much bigger.
Really?
And they are the Asian redtail's big bad cousin. They will kill absolutely
there ain't
anything.
much that I don't know. And I don't know this. How much bigger, Josh?
Well, how big does an Asian redtail get?
3 foot.
No. Asian redtails can get up to 5 foot. Victor has one over 4 foot right now.
Really? I'm gonna have to go video that when I'm down there.
It's on your video.
I already videoed it?
Yeah.
Damn, I gotta stop drinking. Go on.
I'm going on to the next question. I'm wasting too much time on one topic. Oh, all right.
What color is the fish kid Jake?
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is either. Someone said powder blue. Someone said snowflake. All I know is I don't want to be fish kid Jake right now.
Joe said he keeps giraffe catfish with his MBU puffers. His MBU puffers are still small now, so they're not a problem. But in the future, Joe could have a very big problem.
Yes, sir. I agree with that 100%. Do we take volunteers to help out? At any day, at any time, I don't mind putting anybody to work. Come on by and volunteer. We'll have a good time, and we'll get stuff done.
Someone said, what's the best way to heat up a 600-gallon Intex pool outside? What state do you live in? Let's answer that question first.
Yeah, if you're in Canada or Washington, it's a lot more than if you're in Florida or Texas. Someone else said, oh my goodness, where'd it go?
Never mind, Joe's gone. He's driving in snow. Bye, Joe. All right. My electric blue Acara just had fry. Any suggestions how to keep the fry alive? Separate them into a separate tank. Put, of course, a filter and an air bubbler on them, and go buy some fry food. They will pretty much live through just about anything. You might lose a couple here and there, but the majority, the masses, should make it.
Josh, Allison Byford says Josh looks hot tonight. Smile if you read this.
Well, you read it, so.
No, you gotta smile, son. Smile.
I got a girlfriend. All right, let's go. Next question. Moving near Ohio. You already read that. I'm sorry.
Do you guys take any fish? Yes, we never turn down any fish. We take on the responsibility of finding them a home or keeping them here.
How difficult is it to set up a sump? Sumps are very easy. You do an overflow.
Don't let them scare you. Okay?
How do you finish it?
I love my boy. All it is an overflow and then a sump. The sump is a waste containment, basically. You have a pump down there. Your overflow, when you set it up, you set your overflow at the water level, and then you fill your sump up halfway. You plug in your pump. It pumps water up.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry to cut you off. I just saw a comment here. They said, Matt's Monster Fish. How's that 1,000-gallon coming along? Are you talking about the 1,000-gallon paperweight right now?
The paperweight. Anyways, the overflow will now, if you're pumping water up, anything above the overflow, You pump it up, it now falls down to the sump. And then, you've got water pumping up and water overflowing out. If you've ever looked into your tank and seen an oily, greasy top, this is what a wet, dry, or an overflow system will take care of. The problem is if the electric goes out. This is why you need to tune a wet, dry pump. Now, the way I do that is we set the sump at the level you want the water in your tank. I always set that right above the trim tab so that you don't see a gap of air there. The water comes up to the trim tab. That's where you put your overflow down to, and that's it. Now you lock that in place, and then you fill your sump up halfway with water. The reason being is now that you plug in your sump, it's going to pump that water up, it's going to overflow out and then fill the sump back up. But if the electric goes out, it's only going to fill this up so much. It will have enough there to contain the water and not overflow the sump and get everywhere. It takes some tuning.
All right, so we just got Hong Biter with a $2 super chat. Thank you very much. It's appreciated. He said, OFR, you guys are an inspiration. Well,
Why, thank you.
Glad to inspire. How much light is too much or too little? You can never have too much, but you can't have too little.
This is a personal preference mostly. If you're going to have plants in there, you want more lighting. If you want your plants to grow, you want even more lighting. If you want your tank to go hog wild with plants, you want the best lighting. That's a personal preference. We put white and blue lighting, LED, on all of our tanks because we grow plants in there. That's it. We don't want to spend the top dollar to get plants. We just put in blue and white lighting and it grows plants very well. If you don't want plant growth and algae on there, get yourself a 6700K bulb and it makes the fish pretty. And that's it. That's your best bet for no plant growth, which is no algae.
What's your opinion on sponge filters versus hang on the back? What's better? This all depends on what you're doing, what kind of fish you're keeping. We run sponge filters, we run hang on the backs, we run canisters,
We believe
run
in both.
sumps. We believe in them all, but if you're gonna go with sponge filters, make sure you have enough air going through them and the sponge filter is sized for the tank, or you have enough on the tank to run it. Hang on the backs, we only live by AquaClear 110s. And
There's a lot of brands, but we have found in our experience, AquaClears work the best.
They might be 110s, they might be AquaClear 70s, 50s, or the new 500s. But the AquaClear filters, the clear hang on the back filters, they are basically workhorses. They never really break on you. I've never had an issue. Every other filter I've had issues with. But they are made by Fluval. So that gets me into the conversation about canister filters. We only use FX4, 5s, and 6s. Now, if you're talking about sumps, we use just about anything. Sometimes we make our own. Sometimes
we use power heads to
donated
return.
sumps.
We
anything.
use big pumps for returns. Whatever works. Tracy.
Yes, sir.
Adele says, "What's up?"
I know.
And then wait. You got one more over here. Dizzy Face says, "Yo, Tracy."
Someone said, when are you going to get your dad back and push your dad back in the
No,
swimming pool?
no, absolutely not. I got him back because he pushed me in first. Now I just got him back. What?
Soon.
No, it is over with. It is over with. If he gets me back, I am so going to get him back. Because I retaliated what he did to me in the first place.
No.
People are not understanding this.
Did you guys see that back slap?
You did slap hard.
You're
I felt so,
buddy.
dude. I pushed you in, and then I felt bad. I'm sitting up there. I'm like, oh.
No, you didn't. You continued filming. Get out of here with that.
Dude, I felt bad. It was bad. Your whole back was pink.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
All right. Have you guys ever kept piranha? Yes, we have. We've had many different piranhas, black piranhas. We've rescued a few, gold piranhas, red bellies. We always rehome them because, I don't know, we just don't feel the need to keep them here at the rescue. So we keep them here until we can find them a caring and loving home.
Yeah. Juice Junkie says, why can I not see in nobody's comments? Can you guys hear me? We cannot hear you. We see your comments.
Alrighty.
Just getting in and keeping fish. You guys inspired me from TJ Canada. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Is an underwater under gravel filter better than an above tank filter? Under gravel filters can still get pretty damn dirty. They still retain dirt in the gravel, but if you're gonna have gravel in the tank, it's better off to have an under gravel.
I gotta relate onto that. I use under gravel filters in tanks to where I have gravel because I don't want to clean the gravel, so I use large gravel. Now the under gravel filter becomes it sucks water through and puts it back out into the tank, where your hang on the back or your canister filter can clean the water. I never have to clean the gravel at that point. I think he's talking about the old school gravel, 2 inches, under gravel filter, and it's doing the biological filtration.
Mm-hmm.
In doing so, the problem is these tubes do suck water through your gravel, but you find holes and hot spots where water comes through, goes over to the tube, and comes back out. Everything else, like in the corners, detritus builds up and it becomes toxic and it's bad. Under gravel filters aren't very good, and it's an old school technology. But if you use it right, like in the situation I do, I use larger gravel when I have to have gravel. I use the under gravel filters to suck water through the gravel, basically cleaning the gravel and putting the dirt back out into the air or the water column, and then my canister filter cleans that. I hate cleaning gravel. Now I never have to.
All right, someone asked, what's the benefits of activated carbon? What does it do? That's actually a really great question.
It is.
Now, most fish keepers will tell you, I don't even use carbon because I don't need it. Well, what carbon does is
That's awesome.
pulls impurities out of your water. So if you're running tap water into your tank on a drip and you run it through carbon, you could pull the chlorines right out of your water.
And
you
the
can
chloramines,
pull iron, other heavy metals, other, just toxins in that water. But it's basically your chemical filtration to buffer your water.
On that same sense, if you're running carbon on your tank and you put any medication in, it will pull the medication from the water.
Correct.
So you have to stop running carbon. We never run carbon. I learned this as a young age. You've got mechanical, you've got biological filtration, and then you have chemical filtration. I never use chemical filtration because that takes down the smell in your tank. Well, if you don't overfeed and you don't do this, you shouldn't have a smell. Your biological runs that like a farmer's pond or a stream or a river. You don't see them smelling, and they're all filtered by plants, and it comes across fine.
Carbon will not hurt your plants.
It will not. Yes, yeah, that's true. Carbon's a good thing. If you're having your fish tank that's been running for a year and it's growing good and it's doing good, all of a sudden one day your wife drops in a half a can of food and it smells bad, do a 75% water change, run carbon on it for a week, and your tank will come back to normal.
Alrighty. Someone chimed in and said, I'm using well water for fresh water. Do I need additives to purify the water? Normally,
Does it taste good?
you normally do not need additives, but that depends on where you're pulling your well water from. I would run a water test on it to see exactly what's in your well water right now.
That's a
and go off of that test. If your test comes out good, then I wouldn't worry about it. But if somehow you have high nitrates or you have sulfur in your water, then you're going to want to address those issues.
Yes, you could be chasing pH. You could be having bad chemicals in your water and not knowing why your fish are dying. You have to test the water coming in first and then set up a regime after that. So he's very smart.
Someone said, what's a good sized tank for an Arowana? My local fish store has a 210 and a 380. Which one is better? Always bigger is better.
I will agree.
But an arowana can get very big. They can get over 3 foot in the aquarium hobby. I've seen them around 4 foot.
There was one at the Cleveland Aquarium, 5 foot, and he was bent and huge and about a foot tall.
Yeah.
I've never had one that big. All mine out there, what are they, 3.5 to 4 foot? And they're monsters. I mean, you go to feed and you got to watch your hands. But in the normal Aquarius, you always see 2 footers. You always see 2.5 footers. You don't really see much more than that.
Bigger's always better.
Always.
Get the bigger tank.
Look at it this way. They produce ammonia. They go number 2 in the tank. And if you've got a small tank, you got to know the adage. A small tank's harder to take care of than a big tank. A 10-gallon tank, and you have a bunch of fish in there. If it goes bad quick and hard. Okay, you got to do lots of water changes. On a 150-gallon tank, if it starts going bad, you can catch it and do water changes, and it's fine. Bigger is always easier because of more water volume. So you have your fish in a 280, why not have them in a 350 if you have that option? It's always easier going bigger.
So we got Kay Quaha chimed in with the $5 super chat. They
Good
said
pronunciation.
this is Big Betty's unofficial weekly sponsor. Well, we thank you,
Nice.
Bet, very much.
Thank
Betty
you.
is already your #1 fan, and you'll be seeing more from her pretty soon here.
Thank you, Adele, for doing all that, getting your friends involved.
Wait, Adele has friends? Sorry, Adele. Love you.
Alrighty. Do you buffer your African tank? No, we do not. Our tap water is pretty much on point right now, so we do not buffer any of our water at the rescue. We run it straight, and we're pretty good.
Now, see, if we did the exact utmost for each fish species, we'd be having to have 7, pH over here, 8 pH over here, 7.6 pH over here. We can't do that as a rescue. We put them in water, we acclimate them better if they're going from a different change, and then all of our water is the same. It's 7.4, always steady. We're good. The fish will live, the fish will be fine, everything's good. They could have more optimal, parameters elsewhere, but everything's good here and we don't have a problem. We don't chase the pH. Then you run into a lot of problems and a lot of money and everything else. If you only have one tank and it's all cichlids, by all means, chase that pH, set it to what they need. We can't do that here at the rescue for obvious reasons.
All right. How often do former owners of rescues visit? Do you guys send videos to them sometimes?
All the time.
Let me expand on this.
Okay.
He says all the time, but that's just because so many people are asking. But owners actually only ask about their fish for probably maybe 2 months after they drop them off here, and then it's nothing, zilch.
If a fish is here go ahead. No, sorry.
Let me say one last thing. There are a few people who still do donate monthly, but they've lost contact, but they still do donate money to help feed their fish or house them, something like that. So I can't say they do nothing, but a majority of the owners talk about them for 2 months, and then it's just...
So we've come up with this new rule. If you don't visit your fish for 2 years, we go ahead and rehome them into a public aquarium when we're rehoming the other fish. Because we don't, nobody has the space to keep every fish that comes through here. Now, we've had people come in here and give us 19 swordtails. And they're like, oh, this one's name's Mike, this one's, Chad, this one's... You don't name your swordtails, basically, but these are not things that need our service. And we hold on to them. They have babies. We give out the babies, that kind of stuff. But on the pacu, which is the worst problematic fish we have, not saying it's a bad fish. We love the fish. It's got a personality like a dog. The problem is there's so many people that buy pacu.
What he's trying to get at here, so many people see our channel and want to see their fish on our channel that they'll name their pet to try and see it in our tanks. So like we had someone go and buy 3 pacu and said, their names are Billy, Charlie, and Rachel. And they said, oh, I named them, so you guys have to keep them. And we're getting to a point to where like, sir, ma'am, we physically cannot keep every fish that we get in. We have to rehome them if we want to keep operating and saving more fish. So...
But now the person that donates a fish that they've had 18 years and they actually show up here once every few months or once at least twice a year and they're visiting their fish, we'll keep that fish forever because
Like
they're
Betty.
making an effort. You know what I'm saying? We've had people that gave us fish with names that have been here 5 years and not one visit. So we go ahead and we move them to the public aquariums where they can give a better home than I can because they go into a 30,000 gallon South American tank with a vet on staff. So I don't have a problem with any of that. But that is the new rules that we've had to take on because we keep expanding and we keep getting filled up. So
All right, so we got Chris Hoffman with a $1 super chat. Thank you very much. It's muchly appreciated. Then we got Jason Haycook chimed in with a $5 super chat. He said, "Hello, guys, and Tracy. Tell Brutus, Betty, Pittsburgh, and the rest I said hi."
oh, he's been following along. Here's to you.
Alrighty. So we got Les Claypool chimed in with a $2 super chat. Thank you very much. So we got another person chimed in, said, "Which DIY aquarium was the hardest work to build?" Well, we've only built one aquarium, and I'd say it's the 3000.
Let's go with the 3,000. That was the hardest.
Alrighty. Big up from France. Love your source of inspiration and passion. You guys are amazing. Thank you very much.
Juju from France says, "Big up from France."
I just said the comment. So.
I got you. Love your source of inspiration and passion. You guys are amazing. Thank you, Juju. Appreciate it. But I want to give a shout out to France and Juju.
What do you feed the mullet? Everyone's dying to know.
Blondes. No, I'm kidding.
He said Garnier Fructis, or how do you
Tracy's
pronounce
laughing
it?
over there. No, I Pantene is what I use.
Oh, that's it, Pantene. All right, you got a little gay around me there.
What? You're the one gay over there with the Garnier Fructis.
I didn't even pronounce it right, but all right, moving on.
I go to the bathroom and come back, you guys. I'm a gay now.
Shut up, Mike.
No. Mikey is the gayest guy in the room.
All right, how big were those acrylic panels that were 1,000 a piece? I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about? What did we buy for 1,000 a piece? I don't remember buying no acrylic panels for that.
I have one piece of acrylic we paid $1,500 for, and we've been sitting here for 5 years.
It's an inch and a half thick,
Yeah.
8 foot long, 54 inches tall. That's ready. I need to find a mate for it so they have little pieces of acrylic.
All right. Do you have to keep a quarantine tank running if there's no fish in it? Yes, you always have to keep quarantine tanks running, and you have to feed the bacteria. If they're not running for a while, the bacteria will die off, and you go to put fish in it, and it's not enough bio or bacteria to keep up with that bio load, and they'll die off.
The bacteria will die off, and then you'll throw 10 or 12 rescues in there, and then they'll be in ammonia, they'll be in nitrites, and then in nitrates. So it'll go through a mini cycle, basically, because you didn't have enough food for the bacteria to live on when you had 12 fish in there. People don't understand this about the cycle. If that tank goes empty, you still have to feed it ammonia, and then it'll eat ammonia, turn it into nitrites, and the bacteria will eat the nitrites and turn it into nitrates. And you still have to do water changes on it, even though you have no fish in it, because you're keeping the bacterial colony alive.
All right, so we just got Jackie Hudson chimed in with a $20 super chat. She said, "All the best from Boulder." I'm going to guess that's Boulder, Colorado. Thank you very much. It is muchly appreciated, and I hope you guys have lots of snow up there.
Okay, Chris Hoffman says, "Big Rich, what are you going to do when Josh moves out and starts his own family, since he won't have much time for the rescue?"
I'll finally be free.
Josh will never move out. We are building on to give Josh his home, 3-bedroom apartment upstairs above the 3 bedrooms that are there now. And me and Josh have, stop it, you're killing me. Me and Josh have gotten, he's 24 now. I let his older brother move out when he turned 18, and it was a bad scene altogether. So me and Joshy, stop it.
I'll deal with it when I have a kid.
No. I'll be the best grandpa ever, and then he'll have
I ain't denying that.
babysitters. Me and Tracy never had a babysitter. I raised my 3 kids with never, not one babysitter.
TMI. They don't need to know all this stuff.
I'm just,
On to
yes,
the
I
next
got to
question.
tell him. No, hang
No.
on, hang on.
You answered the question.
So
Stop.
Josh is living upstairs now, living by himself. He's got his own section of the house, and you know we do good together. We work out together, not work out, but I mean we work together, and give him enough of his own life and enough of my life. But it's also cheaper to live together, and we can both get ahead better.
All right, so we got Peter Ollendorf chimed in with a $5 super chat. Thank you very much. He said, if Betty's getting sponsored, Schwarzenegger has to be sponsored. Plus, use these funds to purchase the rights to the Ultraviolence catalog in his name. There we go.
I love
So,
that comment.
We've got Betty and Schwarzenegger sponsored tonight. There we go.
Very nice.
Thank you very much, guys.
Devils Aquatic says, "Sup, Big Rich and Josh."
Alrighty. Wondering how big these acrylic panels you were talking about to see what kind of donation I can make. I don't know what that exactly means. The panel that we bought is 8 foot long, 54 inches tall, and 1.5 inches thick.
We need a matching panel to make a 30-foot wide tank. But
That's never gonna happen. That panel's
Ariana
going
Surface
bye-bye.
says, "You haven't got nobody pregnant yet."
You need to stop with that. They said don't get anyone pregnant. Alrighty. More questions, everyone. Let's pour them in. Quickest way to set up a tank for a fish. Take a filter that's already seated, put it on the tank.
Yes.
What's the status on your pond convicts? They are still there. I don't know. I don't really check on them all too often.
Every time we walk by, we see thousands of convicts of all different sizes. We're talking 1/2 inch all the way up to 4 inch. They're everywhere in there. So I need to go snorkeling again and show you guys how thick the colony has grown. And it's not just convicts; it is cichlids. There's yellow, white, blue, purple, red. They're everywhere in there. So every time that what?
There's no purple convicts or blue convicts.
Cichlids, not convicts.
You were talking about convicts.
We started off with
You're
convicts,
talking
yes.
about cichlids.
And I said, not only convicts, but there are cichlids now. We took the babies when they were holding in their mouth and we dumped them into the pool. And they hid behind the rocks and they've grown. And now they're all making babies themselves. I mean, there's just hundreds of thousands of cichlids in there. It's crazy. You see them. The other day we saw white yellowish looking ones that were translucent. I don't know where they come from, but they were beautiful.
All right, so we got Cara Young chimed in with a $20 super chat. Thank you very much. She said, "You are amazing." Thank you very
Who
much.
are you talking to, Car? Me or Josh? Or Tracy? Kind of amazing sometimes.
I said, "I'm a huge fan from Cape Breton, Nova Scotia. It's something I would like to see, maybe a tag on the corner represent where I'm from for the donation."
Dude, I would love to go to Nova Scotia. I've never been out of my country, and all you people are coming from all these fabulous countries all
You
over.
can't go to Canada.
Why?
You don't have your passport.
This is true. But do you know how many Canadian supporters we have?
Mhm.
I would love to go there. And then the fishing is amazing up there.
Alrighty, so we got Audrey Sampson chimed in with a $5 super chat. They said, "Sending money to support the Phoenix barbs. Those are by far my favorite fish at the rescue."
They're my favorites too.
That's
They're
3
beautiful.
fish sponsored tonight? Holy crap. Alrighty.
Hey, for just $1,000 a month, we will send you a picture of the fish you
Oh
sponsor.
my God. Shut up. Ever consider having a blue cat or a channel cat in the pond? You could grow out a monster in there. We have albino channels. We're getting ready to add one in the pond here soon. We've actually just added, 3 or 4 more fish just the
Yeah.
other night. We didn't film it. We don't have to be a little surprise for you guys. So try and pay attention and see what new fish you guys can spot in the
Don't
pond.
tell my followers to pay attention.
Just did.
Listen, you guys watch, but not everything we do gets put onto video. So I'm sorry about that. But we have been adding fish to the pool pond slowly. We put in, 8 4-foot, 3-foot fish in the first place. You have to wait for the new filtration to build up bacteria. Then you add a few more. Then you add a few more after a couple months. Everybody keeps yelling at me to add more. It's just slowly and as we get them. So there's a reason for it.
Someone just said, I just subscribed. You should have subscribed months ago, man.
Right.
We're always having a good time.
Thank you.
We're always offering advice. Thanks for subscribing.
Les Claypool says, hey, Tracy, you rock.
Thank you, Les. Bye.
You're doing nothing. You're just sitting there, woman.
Alrighty. What's the most aggressive fish? That's kind of hard to say, but if you had to pick one, I would say the Amara, black
You
wolffish.
think? He hasn't done no damage yet. I would say the Humbargus
Because
Wicks.
he's not in there with nobody.
We don't have an Amara. We have a Malabarcus wolffish. We don't have an
Oh,
Amara.
you're asking what the most.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Alrighty. What's the biggest fish in the rescue? That would be Brutus. He is now a
5 foot?
4.5 foot.
Almost. Yeah, almost
Arapaima.
5 foot. Josh, I got to say this, and this is for Devils Aquatics. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. That's for you, brother. from Australia.
You guys need to get some collabs arranged. Well, you see, the thing with that, we only collab with people that we actually believe in. We've been hit up multiple times by channels that we don't follow their mission.
There's a lot of people that do a lot of damage to different fish just trying to get views. We don't associate with them. I tell them, I'm sorry, but I can't be part of that video. Someone wanted to do a collab with us, and they have like 2 million followers. But they were bow fishing for.
You can't say that.
They were. I couldn't be part of that video. So they went bow fishing ahead and they got themselves a bunch of views on their videos, but I could not have me involved into killing fish out there with a bow. Okay. So, I mean, we got to watch what we do and who we do it with and what we do. So.
All right. Chris Hoffman chimed in with a $5 super chat. He said, this is for Tracy, who looks like she needs a vacation.
Thank you, Chris.
No, you need more Big Rich. That's what you need.
All right, so we got Scared of Bigfoot just chimed in with another $5 super chat. Said sending money to support the mullet.
Oh, sheesh.
This thing?
Ouch. We need more Pantene. I was going to, start a garden in the back and plant some Pantene.
Alrighty. So more questions, everyone. Let me find some more. Those YouTubers can bring your 1,000 more followers. We don't care about the followers. We're not in it for YouTube fame. We are in it to help the fish community. We are here to help fish and, everyone who asks advice from us. So we're not here just to get famous on YouTube. What we've done on YouTube, we've grown organically from being wholehearted, good, wholesome people. That, we save fish, we do the best that we can, we help people out along the way, and we've gotten our 62,000 followers just off of that. We weren't promoted by no YouTube channels. We didn't do collabs just to get subscribers.
Kill fish or do wild exotic things to get subscribers.
So,
we just let you follow along what we do daily.
So now we might be able to get followers and views and subscribers from doing these collaborations, but that's not in the best interest of our fish and our dedicated followers. So I hope you guys understand that.
Chris Hoffman says the 2,000 gallon tank is wide enough for Betty the Pacu. When I saw the video, it didn't really look wide. It's 4 foot by 4 foot by 16 foot long. It'll be fine.
Everything you guys see in the videos look a lot smaller, including this guy.
The problem is everybody that shows up here is like, oh my God, these fish are so much bigger than what I thought they were in the video. I don't know how it works like that, but it does. Somebody said, oh, Paul Cafaro was the person. Another one said Zach Ketchmall. No one knows who I'm talking about, but they trying.
Someone said, how are the plants coming along on your tanks? Actually, let me back up a little bit. We've actually had Paul Cafaro in our videos. We have collabed with him.
He's a good kid.
He is young. He has a lot of learning to do, but we do like what he stands for. He has a bunch to learn, but we do like Paul.
And he takes care of a lot of animals now.
Yes.
He's a good kid. Don't bunch him in with the bunch of let's say YouTube killer fish people that are just there for views. Paul's already got his views, so now he's living his life and letting you follow along, which we believe in.
There's hundreds of people who fall into this category. We're not mentioning any names, so don't even try and, poke at the bear. It's not gonna happen. No clickbait on this channel. You are right.
Exactly. Mr. Squad says, would you work with Joey from DIY Fish Keeping? Or maybe slap him. Joey's a decent person, okay? He's got a bad rep here and there. We actually had an argument with him at one time. We get along fine now, and yes, if he wanted to come here, I would collab with him, and it would help everybody out. So, yes, I would collab with Joey. He's not a bad guy.
Will the Goliath tigerfish ever be able to be put in the pool or bigger tanks? Yes, and yes, it'll happen.
Matter of time.
Yep. What's a good algae eater for a 55-gallon? Chinese algae eater. You can even get them in a golden color or albino.
Audrey Simpson says, it's true. I had no idea how big the tanks were until I saw them in person. It was mesmerizing. I think she means the fish. The tanks are big, but yes, the fish are like, you see Schwarzenegger on there and you think, okay, he's big. And then you see him in person and he's the size of her body. They're like, holy shit. Nobody has ever not spazzed out when they got here because the videos don't do it justice. If you look at something like this size and you tell people, well, that's 14 inches. It don't look 14 inches, There's no size comparison in the background. So when they get here and they see the true size of these monsters, everybody always flips out.
Jay
All right.
is asking, how's Lucas Brett's plantscapes?
It's not bad.
Oh, they're doing good. No, we changed the lighting from all white LEDs to blue and white LEDs, and they're growing. They're not dying. They're growing. They're getting taller. They're getting wider. They are growing. So I consider that a win.
Need a mic very quiet. The mic should be plugged in.
The mic is plugged in.
Is anyone else having audio problems? It might just be your connection, bud, because I haven't had a problem with audio in a very long time.
Right.
We hear y'all clearly. So if everyone else can hear us, then it's probably your phone, bud. I'm sorry.
Or your service.
Or service connection, something. But we just got Jason Haycook chime back in with another $5 super chat. He said, I heard that Matt guy slaps his fish around. You know what? I kind of heard that too. He does very naughty things with his fish. He said, just kidding. I left that part out. Alrighty. Sorry, Matt.
No, Matt. We love you, bro.
So we got Nicholas LaPlo chimed in with a $5 super chat. He said, gotta get my weekly dono in. Love the channel, guys. Cheers from Michigan. Well, thank you very much.
Here's the Michigan.
There you go. All right. More questions. Sorry, guys. There's a bunch pouring in right now. Audio's fine. Video is choppy. It could be because a massive storm is about to roll in.
I don't know. Val Van Zyl says, if you had a chance, what would you accept in a food truck? This don't make sense to me. For the fish. And Tracy, what would she like?
If you have a chance, would you accept a food, like a truck full of food for the fish?
Yes.
That's what I'm getting from it.
Okay.
Shrimp and tilapia.
No, actually, full-bodied fish. Heads, tails, whole body.
Wait. We're not picky. We take anything.
We'll take anything you got. Anything you got. You got old calamari, you got shrimp, you got whatever. It don't matter. We'll feed our fish. But preferably, we would like full-bodied fish. What are they called? Different, not minnows are this big. You got the smelt, which are about 6 inches, and then you've got something about 12 inches. We need all them sizes. We need live food.
So we got someone just chimed in and said, I don't donate via Super Chat since I don't want YouTube to get any cuts. Where else can we donate to support? If you go on below any YouTube video, there are 3 links to donate. There's PayPal, Patreon, and GoFundMe. And
Patreon is easiest to set up monthly. Like if you want to do $5 a month.
Too. PayPal takes nothing.
PayPal takes nothing. It is a not-for-profit organization with the PayPal account and the bank account all tied in together. PayPal takes 0. Is the best place that you can put it on there.
Alrighty.
Now wait, I got one here for you.
Is that mullet taller than Tracy?
Almost. Not quite.
I lost it. I had a whole thing sitting here.
Are there any upcoming fish rescues? No, but we've got something very big in the works for you guys next week. I can't spill the beans, but you guys aren't going to want to miss this. It's something for the books. And you guys have probably all seen it before. That's all I'm going to say on that one.
Okay, Fish Kid Jake says, mic's fine, volume's fine. Gregorius 1988 says, is Big Rich starring in the new Top Gun film with Tom Cruise? Oh, you like the glasses? Is that what it is? Okay. Has Big Bill been eating any more fish? No, he has not. We're all good.
So for them people saying, someone just chimed back in and said, thank you for that answer on that PayPal and the donations. We want to make donations to you guys and the rescue and not PayPal or YouTube. If someone's actually that worried, we can send you an address and you guys are more than welcome to send in a check or whatever.
Straight to PayPal, yeah.
We're very,
and that's on the business account.
We're very easy to work with, so.
Wait, Mr. Zane says Big Rich for president. I think I can do a better job than Trump. Although he's done a good job, but I think I can do a better job. You know why? Because I don't give a shit what people think of me. I'm sorry.
You just cussed.
I did swear. Oh, I have been doing so good and not swearing for so long, and I did swear. So bad.
That's $1 in the swear jar.
All right, so we just got Patty Berwick chimed in with the $2 super chat. They said, hey, from Ireland.
Wow, love Ireland. That's the greenest place on the planet. Love Ireland.
I will come there one day. When that day happens, I will surely let you guys know, and maybe we can stop at a pub or something.
Oh, I'd love to do that with you. Okay, Thomas Harrison says, how much does it cost to run the place? About $1,600 a month. If we need medicines, a little more.
That's been going up.
It has gone up, but, you know, we've added on, and now we're adding on big time. You guys, I cannot wait to tell you about this. I mean, I'm sitting here just shaking because I want to tell you about this next endeavor. Big tanks, big plans, big things happening.
I said it without saying tanks, so shh. Alrighty. Yes, Josh is Big Rich's moderator.
Yeah. How did that happen?
Alrighty.
If you had to close down the rescue and only keep one fish, what would it be? You know my answer.
That fish. That one.
No.
That one.
You know my answer.
I would say that one and keep them all. You guys can't have me pick one. I can't do it. All right, so, but he's going to say the arapaima. Let him get
Yes,
it
I
all the
would.
way.
Brutus would be. He's got my heart. He's almost 5 foot now. All the rest can be taken by the city. If I was only allowed to keep one, I'd keep Brutus.
We got a $5 super chat from Shelly Baker. She said, for Pittsburgh, my heart belongs to Pittsburgh. So is that fish number 4? We've got what? Betty, we've got Schwarzenegger, we've got the Phoenix Barbs, and Pittsburgh.
Yes, nice.
Yeah, thank you.
But no, we had someone else chime in. He said, this is for Pittsburgh, and he named off Brutus, so we can have him take Brutus as well.
Any recommendations on an online fish store from Derek Som? Yes, predatory fins. They sell all kinds of crazy oddball fish. No other pet store does this. You've got pet stores that specialize in certain things, saltwater, betas, whatever. Predatory fin specializes in oddballs. You'll find anything you want, and if you don't find it, tell them, they'll get it for you.
Alrighty. So you guys know it's coming up on that 8 o'clock hour, so you guys better get those questions in. If you get in the pool with Brutus, will he become dangerous? As with any arapaima, if you corner them, they can jump, they can do damage, but most of the time, Brutus just loves to swim away from you. So I don't think any of my fish are dangerous. I just respect them. I respect them in their natural,
Even the
habitat.
4.5 foot
No,
alligator gar?
he's fine. I just keep an extra eye on him.
Love this guy. Okay,
Okay,
predatory fins has amazing fish. Someone else says predatory fins is a little pricey. Yeah, I can agree with that, but in his defense, he has fish that you can't get anywhere else.
and sometimes he's way cheaper on
Right.
other fish. Like he just sold a 14-inch African arrow for $200.
That's a $700 fish.
That's a deal and a half. Can you end the stream with the chomp from Brutus? Can I call him Brutus and just shove some food in his face?
No, I'm on a diet. If you guys haven't noticed, I've lost 25 pounds. I can feel when I put my hands together, I can feel my fingers are thinner. And I was able to wear the Christmas present he got me today, which was a XXL tall Dickies coveralls.
Yep.
I couldn't wear them. I couldn't even get the zipper close on Christmas. Now today I closed them up and I wore them for how long today, Trace? 8 hours on that rescue?
Yes, sir.
I wore them all day long with my boots.
Alrighty, so we just got Brandon chimed in with a $5 super chat. Thank you very much. He said, might as well feed Wild Bill too, I guess, even if he is a butthole. LOL. Well, Big Bill is a butthole, but if you guys who don't know, Big Bill is actually a female. So
That's Big Wilhelmina now.
Alrighty, so we got Audrey Sampson chimed in with another $5 super chat. They said, let's end the night with a donation for my second favorite fish at the rescue, the Goliath tigerfish. We actually have
we
two of
have
them.
2 of them. So double them donations.
Double trouble. All right, guys, we've got just a couple more minutes here. Get your questions in.
Which fish out of all the fish you have has the strongest bite and most dangerous bite?
Alligator gar.
No, I would say the pacu.
I've never been bit by a pacu.
I understand that, but that's asking the question, what fish have you been bit by? If you were bit by the alligator gar and he grabs onto you and you get a little bloody, but if you get bit by the pacu and he smashes your toe bone in
You're
half.
forgetting about Pittsburgh. He can bust coral with his teeth.
Oh yeah, there's him too.
Oh, there's a lot of them.
Fish are dangerous.
Alrighty. Can we see Josh in the cichlid tank? You know me, Big Rich. I love my cichlids. 75 is doing great with more fish and hiding spots. Speaking of the cichlid tank, we have a big surprise for you guys. Hang in there. Can't let you know what it is just yet, but hang on.
Come what?
No, not
I
even
gotta
saying,
tell him something.
Not saying a date. We've already given enough. You said a tank. Oh,
Now you're reunifying.
all right.
Not one tank, 2 tanks.
All right,
Stay
that's all you're
tuned.
allowed to say.
Stay tuned.
Huge tanks.
No more.
Famous tanks known across the land we ended up with. Wait till you see this.
Alrighty. Alright, guys, it is that 8 o'clock hour with his last saying of, we're getting 2 big tanks. Tune in next week. You guys might get a little sneak peek at what those are. Might be on video, might not. Might be on the live feed. You guys might be asked for help. I don't know. But stick around. We will be back in next week at 7 p.m.
And watch our daily videos because come, Tuesday? I'll be in Las Vegas and I've got a tour with Brett Raymer and hopefully Tanked. I haven't set that up yet, but if I can, while I'm in Las Vegas, I'm going to try and tour both places. And if I do, I will definitely put that up for you guys to see.
Alright, bye, guys.
Bye, guys.